What's that?
Yeah, it's a cream.
I know.
Guys, speak up too.
Killed a lot of trees.
Looking like that kid. I know I've always got mine.
That new bag was huge.
You can't buy it.
What do you got? A new one?
Okay, they sell it.
I didn't see him use everybody. I'm not
You never know when it's going to flare up. It just.
You know, it's going to be emotional.
I know, it is going to be.
Oh, yes.
I'm already tearing up this one.
I can tell you, I just almost there.
Because they didn't buy the surgery.
Can be too.
They didn't buy the new surgery.
Ray, it might be on the opposite.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the May 6th, 2019 Crest Hill City Council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and I would ask that you please remain standing after the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Unfortunately, in our 59-year history as a city of Crest Hill, two of our police officers made the ultimate sacrifice for our city. In 1962, President Kennedy recognized May 15th as Police Memorial Day. And then for those 10 days, between May 6th this year and May 16th, it is National Police Week. So when you look outside in our Veterans and Police Memorial Garden, you will see the Police Memorial flag, which is flying. In here, we have two black and blue wreaths, which were made by Officer Renee Malley of our police department in honor of both of our police officers who lost their lives. So we certainly want to remember Officer James Nink, who was killed in a traffic accident while pursuing an armed robbery victim on September 16, 1967, and Sergeant Timothy Simonson, who was killed during an investigation of an armed robbery on September 28, 1994. Both of these gentlemen left behind very small children who are now adults. So I would ask for a moment of silence in their memory for the ultimate sacrifice they paid for the city of Crest Hill to improve the quality of life that we have today. So a moment of silence for Officer James Nink and Sergeant Timothy Simonson. Thank you. Roll call, please, Becky.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Glenn Conklin.
Present.
Scott Dyke.
Here.
John Verche.
Here.
Barbara Scalera.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Marco Colodi-Petro.
Here.
Nate Albert.
Here.
Tom Inman.
Here. Okay, you have before you the minutes from the April 15th Crest Hill City Council meeting. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Colodi-Petro, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the minutes of the City Council meeting held on April 15th, 2019? Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche. Barbara Scalera.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Colodi-Petro.
Yes.
Motion carries.
You also have before you the minutes of the work session held on Monday, April 22nd, 2019. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Sclair, seconded by Alderman Cola DiPietro. Any questions or comments in regards to the minutes of the April 22nd work session? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Marco Cola DiPietro.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And you have before you the minutes of the work session held on April 29th, 2019. Motion would be in order.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Inman for the minutes of the April 29th work session. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cola DiPietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Abstain.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we have a lot of special guests in the audience tonight, some old, some new. So welcome to everybody, but at this part of our meeting, which we have a full agenda this evening, I apologize for that, but this is a busy time of the year for the city with budget and everything else, so we do need to do the business tonight. But we always allow the first 5 minutes of city council meeting for business promotions, so we would like to welcome a new business to the city of Crest Hill. We have Miss Mary Douglas here. She is the owner of Walk as Children of Light Child Care Center, which is located at 21133 Division Street in the city of Crest Hill. So Mary, if you would please come to the podium. With your special guests, and feel free to promote your business over here, the podium.
Hi. First, I'd like to thank Mayor Solomon and the City of Crest Hill for this great opportunity to present to you for the first time ever Walk as Children of Light, LLC, Child Care and Preschool. My name is Mary Douglas, and I'm the owner and the executive director. We are located at 21133 Division Street in Crest Hill, and we are proud to be a business owner in a city that was named a Power Counter Star City in 2018 by Chicago Magazine. Crest Hill has also been awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Finance Reporting the past 4 years. So we're very, very proud, and we feel very lucky and honored to be here. I'd like to welcome you all to this informational session on Walk as Children of Light, LLC Child Care and Preschool. We are a state-licensed, Christian-based, high-quality, bilingual child care facility serving children 6 weeks to 5 years old. The hours of operations are Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for now. I hold a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology, Child and Adolescent Studies. I have 20 years experience as the owner and operator of a group home daycare, working with children of all ages and special needs. Our number one goal is to create and maintain a safe, healthy, loving, learning, nurturing, welcoming environment for your child. Our curriculum is child-focused and child-powered. We believe in learning through play and discovery using hands-on, developmentally appropriate practices. Our basic core curriculum includes English, Spanish, and sign language. An important part of our daily curriculum includes arts, crafts, drama, plays, acting, music, dance, and song. We even have our own school song. Our annual Family Day includes a pre-K graduation complete with caps and gown. Security cameras are located in every classroom, and observation monitor is available for parents to inconspicuously watch their children at work and play. Our center rates are also comparable to the other centers in the area. See if you qualify for one of our special discounts. All of our staff have been handpicked by me. They are the most compassionate in the business and well qualified. All of the staff will be CPR and first aid certified. I've known each of them for a minimum of 2 years, and most of them for more than 15 years. Allow me to present to you our staff. Miss Maria will be with our infants, and she's not able to be here today. Miss Myra will be with our toddlers. That's Myra.
You will find me in the toddler's bathroom, and I will be teaching the children reading or story time, because I believe that through learning they're gonna development of their minds. Kids at that age are like sponges.
Thank you. Mrs. Marjorie.
Hi,
Marjorie. You will see me in the preschool room. Sometimes you do in craft or teaching for bilingual class. I can help o ayudar a todos en español en nuestro centro. Gracias.
Thank you. Miss Laura is our substitute teacher. You see her in all the classes and one of our administrators.
Hi, currently I work for the Valley View School District as a substitute teacher there. I love kids and education is my passion.
Mrs. Amethyst is one of our teachers, and she's not able to be here today because she's doing one of her other passions. She's having a recital for her kids that she teaches tap, jazz, ballet, hip-hop, Zumba, everything. So she isn't able to be here tonight, but she's one of our teachers also. And last but not least is the center director, Mrs. Jean.
Good evening. I'm excited to have been given this opportunity to work at Walk as Children of Light, and I look forward to working with your children and playing a positive role in your child's learning each and every day.
Okay, so we are a small center, and there's limited spaces. They're going fast, so don't miss out. Register today at www.walkaschildrenoflight.com. Leave a message and your contact information. Thank you for listening and hope to see you soon.
What was the phone number again?
The telephone number is 815-582-4245.
And you said Monday through Friday?
Yes, ma'am. 6 to 6, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I met you about 4 months ago out in the lobby, if you remember that.
I do.
And I was impressed with your passion of the young boy you were with that day, watching him.
Thank you.
And we talked a lot about special needs.
Yes.
So I certainly want to, I'm glad you've come this far. I want to welcome you to the city of Crest Hill. I hope you're very successful. I hope you're there for a very long time and the business keeps growing for you. Because this is pretty impressive. We've done a lot of business promotions. I don't know if anybody in the past has brought their entire staff with them to introduce to everybody. So that's pretty impressive in itself. You can see the passion that you all have and the care that you have for young children. So thank you for all you do for our young children, because there's a lot of opportunities that are available. You know, a lot of parents do need daycare, not only in Crest Hill, but all over. So thank you very much. Welcome to the city of Crest Hill, and I will open it up from council if they have any comments.
Thank you.
We wish you good luck. Hope you enjoy your time here in Crest Hill, and it'll last a long time, really. Well,
Thank you.
And welcome and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All
Thank you
right.
for choosing our city.
Thank you.
Welcome to the city of Crest Hill. I look forward to having a conversation with you.
Me too. Okay.
Congratulations, welcome, and bienvenidos.
Thank you.
Welcome to Crest Hill.
Thank you.
I'll say the same thing the rest of them said. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to Crest Hill, and thanks for choosing our city.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move back on the agenda. The first thing that we have to do tonight is have a public hearing. And the public hearing will be regarding the appropriations for all corporate purposes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2019 and ending April 30th, 2020 for the city of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois. So I would ask for a motion to go into a public hearing.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments to the motion to enter into the public hearing on the appropriations? Roll call, please.
John Verche,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
Barbara Scoler,
Yes.
Marco Colidi-Pietro,
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Tom Inman,
Yes.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, before we open it up for public comment, I'm going to make a few comments here. Like I said, this is a very important night for us for several reasons. It's the swearing in of the new elected officials, but it's also the public hearing for the appropriations and the passing of the budget, which we're going to do in a little short time from now. The budget is the most important document that the city of Crest Hill passes every year. So I'm going to give you some of the highlights that I think before we go through some numbers, and then I will open it up if anybody would like to make some public comment. So these are the budget highlights that I have written down for fiscal year 2019, which begins on May 1st and ends on April 30th of 2020. The budget appropriations was published on April 18th in the Joliet Herald News, and it's been available for inspection at City Hall since April 18th. I certainly, before I go into to the highlights that I've written down, I'd like to go through thanking the City Council for all the work that they have done in regards to the budget. I certainly want to thank our City Administrator Heather McGuire, our Financial Director Ashley Motika, and our Treasurer Glenn Conklin, all the department heads. This process takes about 5 months from start to finish before it even makes it to this point. So they are the ones that do all the hard work and labor. The City Council then sat through 3 budget meetings. We had our first one on March 11th, 2019. We had our second one on March 25th, and our third one was on April 18th. I am proud to announce for the 11th straight year now, we have a balanced budget. I'm even more prouder to announce that for 11 straight years now, we have had a balanced budget with a surplus at the end of each budget year. So everybody sitting at this table and everybody involved should be very proud of these accomplishments. Our bond rating is AA3, which would be equal to a 760 credit rating. That's the 4th highest rating on a list of all the rankings for credit rankings. So there's only 3 better than what we have. So that's an outstanding accomplishment also. We have 6 months of reserves in the bank. We passed a policy about 3 years ago saying that we wanted to have 6 months of reserves all the time, and we have honored that now for the last 3 years. For this budget year here, for 2019-2020, in the general fund, we will have we are projecting a surplus of $41,087, and in our water and sewer budget, we are projecting a surplus of $21,656. So our finances are solid. So our residents should be very confident that we are being fiscally responsible with your money. I also want to give credit to our city staff and all of our department heads, as this year's operational budget is only slightly higher than last year's, and that's because of inflation and the rising costs for all municipal operations. We also have to deal with the state revenue. State revenue has decreased not only for the city of Crest Hill, but has decreased for all municipalities over the years. The local government distribution fund is the main one where we are getting less and less money from the state of Illinois. And with all the state financial woes that we have and the less money that we have to work with, while we try to provide the same level of service that our residents have come to expect over all of these years. So it's quite a balancing act when you get less money from the state of Illinois and we're trying to provide the same or better services that we have in the city of Crest Hill. Now the good news is that our sales tax revenue is projected to be higher this year than last year. Our video gaming revenue is projected to be higher this year than last year. So we're doing everything from our end to try to bring more money into the city of Crest Hill. In regards to the certain departments, I want to go through the police department first. This year's budget of 2019 and 2020, we are going to hire 2 additional police officers this budget year. In 2009, when I became the mayor, we had 24 sworn police officers. Today, as we sit here, we have 30, and with the 2 additional officers that we plan on hiring this year, we will have 32 sworn police officers in the city of Crest Hill, and 32 is the number that we should be based on our population, the amount of calls that we have. I believe that it's the hope of the city council that we want to hire even a couple more additional officers after that, to do more things like community policing and everything else with the police department. Our police pension fund, we've taken a lot of pride in that. Last year, our police pension fund was funded at 66.7%. This year for 2019 and 20 will be funded at 68.22%. That's a lot higher than most of the municipalities in the state of Illinois. There are a lot of municipalities that are in the 40% range or less. So we have been meeting all of our police pension contributions and obligations, and we have also added an additional $150,000 per year. And we're planning on doing that. We've done it for the last 3 years. We're planning on doing that for at least another 10 years. And that will provide the long-range vision of having our police pension fund fully funded by the year 2038. State law mandates that all municipalities must be 90% funded on a police pension fund by the year 2040. Our projection is to be fully funded by the year 2038. So again, this city council should be very proud of all the hard work, the police pension fund included, that has gone into the vision of having our police pension fund fully funded, and the IMRF fund is already funded at over 100% in the city of Crest Hill. So we are working with vision for over the next 20 years to be fully funded in both of those. We are also looking to add 3 new additional police vehicles, which will be hybrid vehicles. We are going to try them out. Hopefully, you know, it's part of going green in our world today. And also the hybrid police vehicles should save the taxpayers money on fuel costs. So we're going to give that a try and see how that works out. In regards to Public Works, some of the highlights. Some of the major projects that we're going to do this year is the Rayner Avenue Stormwater Project. That is on the 18 and 1900 blocks of Rayner Avenue. There's a lot of flooding. There's a lack of storm sewers in that area. So we are going to concentrate this year on alleviating a lot of the flooding in that area by the stormwater project that we're going to do. Also, our major road project this year is going to be Pasadena Avenue, and it's going to go from Oakland Avenue to Hawthorne Street. Our studies have shown that we have had several water main breaks on that 3-block area. So we are going to do a complete reconstruction. We're going to put in a new water main. We are going to put in storm sewers where needed in that area. We are going to have a complete street removal and replacement in that area. So that is going to be our major project for this year. We've also allocated monies for sidewalk replacement throughout the city, which we have been doing for the last 4 or 5 years also. Hopefully tonight, a little bit later in the meeting, we're going to pass an intergovernmental agreement between the Forest Preserve, Will County Forest Preserve, and the city of Crest Hill for an additional sidewalk that is going to attach Boreal Drive, the subdivision of Boreal between Renwick and Division Street, with the walking path on the east side of the property with the Will County Forest Preserve. Again, this is two separate governments working together to make an improvement in the area for all of the children who are on their bikes and the people that run and walk and the little ones on the strollers. So this is going to be a tremendous benefit, tremendous improvement to the subdivision off of Boreal Drive. We are also going to, this year, we're going to rent a Vector truck to clean out and remove the sediment from the catch basins and the storm sewers. And again, this is all to reduce and alleviate flooding in the homeowners of a lot of areas. For the 5th year now, we've been on a vehicle replacement program, which has shown us a decrease now in parts, labor, and vehicle breakdowns. And as all of the old vehicles over the last 5 years, it's been a long process, but all of the old vehicles have been replaced with new vehicles. And what we have found is over the years, we are now reaping the benefits of higher trade-in values on the new vehicles that we trade in between 3 and 5 years. And then we take the benefits of those higher trade-in values and we use that to purchase new vehicles. So the fleet is turning over in the police department, the public works, and the administration now on a program where we're getting higher value for trade-ins, and then we can purchase new vehicles. And again, all of this is important to all of our employees, that they are in well-maintained and well-running vehicles, especially the police department or the public works during emergency situations, for them to get there and to be safe with new vehicles and good equipment. We will continue with the 50/50 tree replacement program, which we brought back a few years ago. We will continue, the City Council has approved to continue with the property rebate check, 25% of the municipal portion of your property tax bill, which I'm sure you all received today, because I know I got mine today. That'll be the 7th year in a row that you will get a refund of 25% from the City of Crest Hill in March of 2020. In regards to economic development, some highlights. Hopefully tonight, we're going to pass to hire a marketing firm to rebrand our image and our logo, kind of help us out with our marketing a little bit. I believe that this tool will be a great marketing tool to attract new business to the city of Crest Hill, but it also will promote our current businesses. Some of them have been here over 80 years in the city of Crest Hill, and it's all part of our business retention program that we have in place. A year and a half ago, we passed a TIF district on Weber Road corridor and the Larkin Avenue corridor. That has brought several new businesses to the city of Crest Hill. Right now, we are under construction for a new Fuller's car wash at the old site of the Giovanni's restaurant. And they are under construction now for a new Speedway Cafe, the one similar to the one on Route 30 and Renwick Road, in front of the library on Weber Road. They are part of the TIF district program. I will tell you that since we passed the TIF district, the phones have been ringing off the wall. So we have a lot of business opportunities before us. I'm looking for a great year for 2019 and 20 for a lot of additional businesses to come to the city of Crest Hill. We're also looking tonight, which is going to be a very important topic for the city council, which have many discussions on this at a lot of work sessions, of approving a new public works facility. We are in an old building here. We're in a building that's almost 80 years old. We're putting too much good money into a bad situation. So hopefully tonight, we're going to approve a new public works facility on property that the city owns. I call it the old City Hall property in the 2100 block of Oakland Avenue. It's going to be a 40,000 square foot building, which is long overdue for the city of Crest Hill. And as our city continues to grow, this modern facility will be a tremendous benefit for many years to come, something for us all to be proud of, for our residents and for all of our employees. And due to careful financial planning over the last several years, we will be able to build this facility without any tax increases to our residents. City Council has also had a lot of discussions recently over the last several months for the need for a new city hall and a new police department. That has not been decided yet, but I will tell you that we did purchase. Last year, we purchased the 19 acres behind the library. Our hope here and our long-range vision is to have a new city hall and a new police station on that property. Something, again, that would be a modern facility for our city, something that this city could be very proud of. Hopefully, we own all the property from the bank to the corner. Hopefully, we'll have a developer come in here, knock this building down or rehabilitate it, whatever they would like to do. And I believe that this property would be a very nice site for some future cash registers along the Plainfield Road corridor, because there's an awful lot of traffic that goes on Plainfield Road to and from the Louis Joliet Mall and to and from I-80 and I-55. So the more cash registers we have in the city of Crest Hill, the more sales tax that we have also for us. All of this that I've been talking about is a direct result of the 2014 upgrade to our comprehensive plan, which we had several residents, city council, and financial planners telling us what we needed to do in this city as we continue to grow. So again, nothing has been set in stone, but we have some long-range visions and plans that will be discussed at this table in the city council. The new city council will have to make some decisions in regards to where we go in the future. In regards to the water and sewer highlights, the last thing I want to talk about, we want to continue to be proactive and not reactive to the budget for engineering costs in regards to our 2 treatment plants. The state mandates that we have to have phosphorus requirements at both of our treatment plants to be in full compliance with the EPA by the end of 2020. We will do that. We also budgeted $500,000 this budget year for sealing sanitary sewer manholes and lining sanitary sewers to help alleviate the infiltration and inflow of rainwater during heavy rainfalls. This will help alleviate the flooding to several homeowners, and the less rainwater that we have to treat at the treatment plant saves all of our residents money. When we recently purchased property on Gaylord Road to build a new well house, it'll be well house number 14. This will be an additional source of water for our city for many years to come. Our West Treatment Plant was built in 1968. It was last upgraded in 1992. We will have to continue to keep making improvements to the West Treatment Plant to keep in compliance with EPA standards. We have done that for several years. We will continue to do that. We have money in this budget for our West Treatment Plant improvements as part of a phased-in project over the next 10 to 15 years to be fiscally responsible. Those are my highlights. I know that there's a lot, but again, this is the most important document that the City of Crest Hill passes every year. It's a working document that'll change over time. With that, those are the end of my comments. I will turn it over to our Financial Director, Ashley Motika. She's going to go through some of the numbers in regards to our appropriations.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight, we are going to be asking for approval of your annual appropriation for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. This includes the amount to be raised by taxes in the amount of $2,259,490, the amount to be raised by other sources of $31,996,738, which brings us to a total amount appropriated for the 2019-2020 fiscal year of $34,256,228.
Okay, with that, I am going to open up the public hearing. If anyone would like to make comment in regards to the budget or the appropriations, you need to please step to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. Second request, if anybody would like to speak for or against the budget and or the appropriations, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. And the third request, if anybody would like to speak for or against the budget and appropriations as presented, please step to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. Let the record show that no one has approached the podium. With that, I would ask that we close the public hearing at 7:32 p.m. Motion would be in order.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal to close the public hearing at 7:32 and go back into regular city council session. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cole-DePietro.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we are back in regular city council session at 7:32 p.m. Public hearing has been closed. I will turn it over now to our city administrator for her report. Heather McGuire.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Council. The first item I have before you on the agenda, wrapping up what the Mayor just presented, is the annual appropriation ordinance. You do have before you an ordinance making appropriations for all corporate purposes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2019 and ending April 30th, 2020 for the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois. Ms. Motika did go over the final number, so we're happy to answer any questions before approval this evening, but we are seeking Council's approval.
Any questions of the city administrator in regards to the appropriations? Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderwoman Sclair. Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cole-DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance number is 1807.
Thank you. And the second item finalizing the budget is the actual budget document. This is the city's internal working budget document. And council has been presented all the information from each of the funds. I will ask Ashley to go over the specifics on those funds before we approve that this evening. But I do want to thank all the department heads, as Ray said, for tightening up everything that they could, making sure that we were reducing operational costs where we could, but still providing that high level of service to the city and its residents. So I do want to extend my deepest thank you to all of those department heads as well. So Ashley?
This year, we are presenting a 2019-2020 fiscal year budget with total revenue amounting to $26,768,875, and our total expenses amounting to $33,093,279. This includes our general fund revenue in the amount of $9,858,708, general fund expenses of $9,817,621, leaving a surplus in our general fund of $41,087. It also includes our water and sewer revenue in the amount of $8,652,174. Water sewer expenses totaling $8,630,518, leaving a surplus in our water and sewer fund of $21,656,000.
21 million.
I'm sorry,
I hope it was
21,000.
21 million.
I'm sorry.
That'd be nice.
Staff is seeking approval on that ordinance as well this evening.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Colley DePietro to approve the budget for fiscal year May 1, 2019 to April 30th, 2020. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cole Petro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Ordinance number is 1808.
And on behalf of staff, I would like to thank council for their support and consideration during the budget process this year. We tried to make it as simplified as we could, but there were a lot of items to work through, and we have a lot of projects this upcoming year that we are very excited for at a staff level, so thank you for that. The next item I have before you this evening is a resolution authorizing the adoption of a purchase policy for the city of Crest Hill, Illinois. This was discussed at the April 22nd work session and just implements some more detailed procedures in terms of our purchase policy guidelines for staff at the city.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Verche to adopt the purchasing policy for the city of Crest Hill. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cole Petro.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Resolution number is 1030.
Thank you. The next item before you this evening is a resolution authorizing an easement agreement and an assumption reimbursement and indemnification agreement for 307 Caton Farm Road. This was discussed at the April 29th work session. This would allow a property owner to connect to the city's sanitary system, and by way of doing that, it is necessary to obtain an easement across ComEd property. And just to reiterate, the city would have the technical easement with ComEd. However, the property owner would be responsible for any of the city's costs incurred, restoration of the property. Any of our liability is transferred to that owner, so we are essentially just helping them to get that easement across the property.
So moved. Second.
Did you make it, Scott? Motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Oberlin for a resolution authorizing an easement agreement. This, as Heather said, it was discussed at last week's work session. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cole Petro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number is 1031.
Thank you. The next item I have for consideration is an intergovernmental agreement between the Forest Preserve District of Will County and the City of Crest Hill for the construction and operation of a sidewalk connection between Prairie Bluff Preserve and the Arbor Glen subdivision. This would be for a sidewalk connecting on the south side of Renwick Road from Borio Drive to the Forest Preserve. Per this agreement, the Will County Forest Preserve would handle the engineering as well as the construction of the sidewalk, and the city would simply reimburse for 50% of the actual construction cost. That would include restoration and some modifications to the actual intersection at Borio and Renwick Road.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderwoman Sclar. Questions or comments for the intergovernmental agreement between the City of Crest Hill and the Will County Forest Preserve for a new sidewalk?
I just want to make a quick comment. I'm really thankful for Pat McGuire, John Connor, and the Forest Preserve Ralph Schultz for working with us diligently on this. It's something we've been wanting to do for many years, and I'm very excited that finally this goal came true. And thank you, Mayor, and also to Arbor Glen for allowing us to use that path and giving us the agreement.
I will say that the several meetings we had with the Forest Preserve, that is how good government should work. It was two entities for the common cause to make things a little bit nicer and improve the quality of life for the city of Crest Hill. Any other questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cole Petro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The next and final 4 items I have for council's consideration this evening are all related, as the mayor discussed during the appropriation overview. These are all related to the construction of a new public works building, which was discussed at the April 29th work session. I will just go over all of them now and ask for their approval afterwards. The 4 items that we are seeking to approve this evening are for the waiver of the bid for the steel cost for Butler Building. We are looking to award that for $735,570. The next would be for Tri-State and the assembly of the building, which would be $592,786. The final 2 are for the civil and concrete. J. Russ had the lowest bid on the civil work with $667,193. And then PT Farrow on the remainder of the civil with the concrete at $484,547. This is the significant portion of our public works building. We are looking to come in at approximately $100 a square foot, approximately between $4 and $4.5 million right now. We are on target for that goal. We do have a number of items to still bid out, but this is the bulk of the major tasks that needed to occur. So I'd be happy to answer any questions on that. Otherwise, I would seek to go through the items as listed on the agenda, yes.
Are we going to adjust the names on these?
Yeah, I apologize. That was already adjusted. The city clerk does have the new copy, so they do reflect Alderman
Tom's
Inman,
name?
correct.
Yes, I have a question. I am not listed here on these 4, so I don't know how I can vote.
Yeah.
It was,
Oversight.
Alderman Inman, it was corrected. When they were drafted by the law firm, they assumed that we would pass these after the swearing-in ceremony, but they have been corrected for you to have to vote.
I was hoping we could keep Joe here late.
We have corrected copies. So you do get to vote.
Any other questions? So the first item I will seek approval on is the resolution authorizing execution of a proposal for pre-engineered metal building materials for the proposed public works building, and that is again for the waiver of the steel with chapel design build.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Verche, for a resolution authorizing execution of a proposal for pre-engineered metal building materials for the proposed public works building. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cole DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes,
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number is 1032.
The next resolution is authorizing a bid award to Tri-State Enterprises for Public Works Project. This is for the assembly of the steel building in the amount of $592,786.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Dyke, for a resolution authorizing bid award to Tri-State Enterprises Incorporated for the Public Works Project. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cole DePietro.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
yes,
Nate Albert.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Resolution number is 1033.
The next is a resolution authorizing bid award to J. Russ and Company for the civil portion in the amount of $667,192.83.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Albert, for a resolution authorizing bid award project to J. Russ and Company for the Public Works Project. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Cole DePietro.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
yes,
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
And Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution number 1034.
And the final item this evening for my report is a resolution authorizing the bid award to PT Farrow Construction for a civil portion in the amount of $484,547.25.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal for a resolution.
Verche. Was Alderman Verche?
Motion?
Yeah.
Motion by Alderman, my fault. Motion by Alderman Verche, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal, for a resolution authorizing bid award to PT Farrow Construction Company for the Public Works Project. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
yes,
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Cole DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
And Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance number is 1035.
I want to thank council for their support and patience during the process as we have been working through the bidding and rebidding of the Public Works building. So we're excited to get that project started and finished and get Public Works under roof. The report is on file. For the public's information, there is a work session on May 13th. Current topics include a Joliet water presentation for the Illinois State Water Survey proposal, Strand Engineering Project Plan for Well 14, as well as the Rayner Ludwig bid award. I'm happy to answer any questions this evening.
Any questions or comments of City Administrator? I certainly want to extend my thanks to Heather McGuire and city staff for all the work that they put in. For the Public Works project, it's been about 2 years in the making here now. We've come a long way. We had a rebid to try to get better bids, and we did. We were saving the taxpayers money. It's going to be in a area that's surrounded by both business and residential area. We're going to make it fit in and make it look good for that area. This is going to be a tremendous improvement, as I said, for our employees. We're in a cramped space right now. It's kind of embarrassing when you ride back on Knapp Drive and you see half of the equipment sitting outside. So it's going to be a tremendous improvement for the city of Crystal, something that this city will be proud to claim for about the next 50 years. So hats off to everybody. I know it was a lot of work. There was a lot of passion involved in this project. And there was a lot of going back and forth, but it seemed to work out for our benefit. So I also thank City Council's support for this project because, again, this is going to be a tremendous improvement for us. Anybody else with comments or questions to Heather? Thank you, Heather. Moving on. Next on the agenda is our Public Works Department, our Director of Public Works, Mr. Tom Meggetts. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Only one item on the agenda this evening, and that is the proposed contract between the State of Illinois and the City of Crest Hill for a city staff member to continue serving as the responsible operator in charge at the Stateville Correctional Facility. We seek your approval to enter into that 3-year agreement.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Oberlin. We have done this for the last several years. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Marco Coladepetra.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And one final point of information that semi-annual hydrant flushing begins on May 12th. As similar patterns have progressed, information is on the city's website and also informational signs are out on the streets.
Okay, any questions of Public Works? Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Moving on, Community Development Department, our Economic Development Director, Scott McMaster. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. A couple of items this evening. The first is for approval of the Seraphin contract for public relations and brand marketing services. The contract is in your packet this evening, outlines each phase of what they are going to do for the city. And again, staff is seeking your approval.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Coladepietro. Questions or comments in regards to the contractual agreement with Public Relations and Brand Marketing Services, Seraphin? Roll call, please.
John Verche. Pardon?
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Marco Coladepetra.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Heather and I are working with the Seraphin team to try to get some dates on the calendar, and eventually we will be seeking some time from each elected official to get together with their team and discuss some topics. The next item I have is for the Cloverleaf plat of easement approval. This was reviewed by Robinson Engineering. They made some changes to this plat, and it was reviewed and okayed by Robinson Engineering, so I'm seeking your approval for that as well.
Motion would be in order.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Alderman Verche, seconded by Alderman Coladepietro for the Cloverleaf plat of easement. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Marco Coladepetra.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The building department reports are in your packet, and I'll address any questions.
Questions of economic development? Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Mayor.
Moving on, Police Department, our Police Chief, Ed Clark. Good evening, Chief.
Evening, Mayor and Council. This evening I have before you
an ordinance regulating beekeeping in residential districts within the city. This ordinance is kind of a culmination of many discussions that we've had throughout work sessions. And the highlights of the ordinance are they have to be state registered, fencing shall comply with the city Crest Hill ordinances. They must have a water source within 5 feet of the hive opening. Some other highlights are no hive shall be closer than 10 feet from any lot line, and a sign on the fencing that says warning beekeeping on premises, and 1 hive per residential district. This is per council's direction, and I'd be offering up this ordinance for a vote this evening.
Okay, we did have several work sessions in regards to this. This is a problem that has gone back to last summer. So we've been dealing with this probably for the last 6 months now. There's been a lot of discussion at this table, both pro and con. This ordinance is kind of a meet you in the middle with some regulation for residents that do have beehives in the city of Crest Hill. Some regulation and some requirements that are needed, which we have none right now. But I will certainly open it up to City Council if they would like to make any comments in regards to the proposed ordinance before I ask for a motion. Hearing none, I will ask for a motion as recommended by our police chief in regards to an ordinance regulating beekeeping in residential districts in the city of Crest Hill.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Verche, seconded by Alderman Inman. Questions or comments of the motion? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
No.
Claudia Gazal.
No.
Tina Oberlin.
No.
Marco Colidipietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
No.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
It's your vote, Mayor.
Okay, mayor only votes in case of a tie. This is a tie. As I said, we did have several discussions in regards, I see both sides of this. I do understand both sides of it. I believe there are several people in the city of Crest Hill that have beehives in their yards that follow these requirements already and do not cause any problems for other residents in the city of Crest Hill. We had one incident in my 26 years of sitting up here as the mayor in regards to trouble with one individual. We've addressed that individual. I believe the regulation is the way to go in regards to this ordinance. As I said, it kind of meets everybody in the middle. It does not penalize the people that do it properly and do it well. It gives them an opportunity to have this as a hobby, and as long as it's not causing a problem for a neighbor, I believe it's a good thing in the city of Crest Hill. With that, the mayor votes yes for this ordinance and regulation in regard to beehives.
Motion carries. Ordinance number is 1809.
What is it?
1809.
Okay. Anything else, Chief?
Sorry, Mayor. I do not have anything else on the agenda this evening. I do have a report on file, and I'd love to entertain any questions.
Any questions of the police chief?
I just want to thank you over and over for all the work that you do, all the work that I give you on a daily basis.
Thank you.
I apologize again,
No,
but
it's
thank
okay.
you.
Anyone else? Okay, thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Moving on to the mayor's report. I would ask that the first item on the agenda is a resolution honoring Tom Inman for his service to the city of Crest Hill, but we're going to keep Tom up here for a few more minutes, if you don't mind, Tom. So I would like...
Even if I do mind.
That's right, even if you do mind. You're stuck with us. So we're going to move Tom down to the beginning of new business, and we'll take care of that at that point in time. So, excuse me. So again, like I said, this is a busy night. We do have some commissioner reappointments. These are commission appointments made by the mayor with the consent of city council. I have 4 appointments. for this evening, reappointments. I have 4 reappointments for this evening. All 4 commissioners were invited here this evening. I did receive a call from Frank Blasky earlier in the day that due to personal reasons, he would not be able to attend this evening. So the first one I would like to go through is for the Police Pension Board. All of these terms expired on May 1st of 2019. I would ask for council's concurrence to reappoint Russell Jones to serve another 2-year term on the Police Pension Board, which will expire on May 1st, 2021. Russ was appointed in 2013, will be serving his 4th 2-year term, and was highly recommended by Chairman of the Police Pension Board, Sergeant Jason Opiola. I would ask for council's concurrence.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Inman to reappoint Russ Jones to the Police Pension Board for a 2-year term which will expire on May 1st, 2021. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second appointment, requesting council's concurrence, is for Frank Blasky, who was appointed to our Civil Service Commission on April 2nd, 2018, to fulfill the term of Commissioner John Lukancic, whose term expired on May 1st, 2019. Frank has agreed to serve another 3-year term, which will expire on May 1st, 2022. I would ask for council's concurrence.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderwoman Scler to reappoint Frank Blasky to a 3-year term on the Civil Service Commission to expire on May 1st, 2022. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next is for 2 reappointments to the Crest Hill Plan Commission. Our first one is for Linda Streisig. Linda has agreed to serve another 3-year term on the Plan Commission, which will expire on May 1st, 2022. Linda was appointed in 2010 and will be serving her 4th 3-year term. I would ask for council's concurrence.
So moved.
Second.
You got it.
I heard Alderwoman Oberlin on a motion, seconded by Alderman Albert on a second. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Linda is here tonight in the audience. Linda, would you like to say anything? To the podium, please. Put you on the spot. You're the only one that chose to show up.
No, I just wanted to say I appreciate the opportunity to help with, to serve and to be part of our city, you know.
Well, you've been a loyal member for many years. I thank you for your service
very
and
much.
congratulations to you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Linda.
Linda.
Second reappointment is for John Stanton. John has agreed to serve another 3-year term on the Plan Commission, which will expire on May 1st, 2022. John also was appointed in 2010 and will be serving his 4th 3-year term. I would ask for council's concurrence.
So moved.
Second.
We have motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Oberlin for a reappointment of John Stanton to the Plan Commission for a 3-year term to expire May 1st, 2022. Questions or comments? Roll call,
Barbara
please.
Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Marco Cola DePietro.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, I thank you for the votes of confidence for those 4 individuals. Report is on file in your packet. A couple things that I just wanted to mention. I was invited to Richland School last week for, they called it Muffins with Moms. They had donuts for dads in the fall. This one was Muffins with Moms and their sons or daughters. So it was a 2-day event on, I believe it was Thursday and Friday. I know Alderwoman Gazal was there with her daughter, Pilar, and it was a very nice event. I also was invited just last Friday, back to Richland School. 3rd graders did a wax museum, which they all pick a person of well-known in history for their accomplishments. It was the first time I was ever there with the wax museum. It was very interesting to see the 3rd graders, who they like to emulate. They were dressed in costumes, and you pressed their button, and they gave you a nice speech about the individual in regards to the historical things that they have done. I learned an awful lot from a lot of 3rd graders, I will tell you that. And then today, we just had a very small ribbon cutting at Montessori School. They have put in a free children's library, the free library book that you see. We have one at Cheney, we have one at Richland, we now have one at Montessori. So the entire school was out there, from the youngest to the oldest children, for a little ribbon cutting during the school day at Montessori. So thanks to all three of those for the invitations. It was great to see how passionate the teachers are with all of the young students that we have in our schools. We should be very proud and lucky to have them there. With that, that's the mayor's report. I'll try to answer any questions that anybody has. Hearing none, we'll move on to our city clerk's report. Vicki Hackney, good evening, Vic.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I do have one agenda item this evening. There was a block party request that was in your packet from Joshua Rusto, who resides at 20427 Essex Court. He's seeking permission to have a block party on Saturday, August 10th, from 12 noon until 11 p.m. He's asking to close Essex Court up to Borio Drive.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Sclair, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments for the block party closure of the street? Roll call, please.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Marco Colapetro.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
And we will notify Public Works of that also. The announcement I do have also for garage sale. We are coming up next week. Hopefully the weather will be even warmer. I don't know. It is May 16th, May 17th, May 18th, and May 19th. The permit fee is $5. The last day to register is May 14th. And maps and lists will be available on May 15th. Any questions, please feel free to contact the clerk's office. They will be in the foyer, so you can just come in and get the maps that'll be available. And it will be broken down per ward area, so it's easy to follow. And hopefully the weather will be great. After the council meeting and swearing in of the new elected officials, we do have coffee, which is hot because it's cold in here, punch and cake for everyone. So we welcome you all to stay and take some time with us. And thank you to Lori for helping me with that too.
What flavor cake?
It's a surprise.
Oh, man.
And that's all I have this evening. Any questions of the clerk's office, I'd be happy to answer.
Any questions of the clerk? Thanks, Vic.
Thank you, Barry.
Moving on to our city treasurer's report, our treasurer, Glenn Conklin. Good evening, Glenn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd like to report regular and overtime payroll from April 1st through April 14th, 2019, in the amount of $217,530.98. Also regular and overtime payroll from April 15th through the 28th of 2019, in the amount of $223,042.98. I do seek your approval on our list of bills, which totals $1,709,253.52.
So moved as presented. Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Sclair. For the list of bills, questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tom Inman.
Yes.
Marco Colapetro.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scolar.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. I'll entertain any questions.
Any questions of our city treasurer? Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you and good night.
Unfinished business, we have nothing on the agenda. Anybody? New business. We have the swearing in of the newly elected officials, but
Your time's up, Ray.
There's an emergency.
We need that to go off earlier.
How appropriate.
what was that, Lost in Space? Warning.
The only way I can
Before we swear in the new elected officials, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. So I'm going to go to the podium so I can stand a little bit.
Don't do it.
And then, Tom, I'm going to have you join me in a couple minutes. How's that?
That's fine, Mayor.
No.
Might be 15.
Give or take a half hour.
I'm a hostage, Ray. Stop it. You're holding hostages.
So this is always a difficult time for anybody that's involved in politics in the city of Crest Hill, because it's hard to say goodbye to somebody that has been so dedicated and loyal to the city for so long. A little bit different in Tom's choice, though, because Tom chose not to run. So I guess it's a little less painful, right, Tom? But, I want to make some comments here before we go any further. And I want to tell you, Tom, that have been a very good alderman for the last 12 years. But more importantly, you've been a good person and a good friend to me, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've been sitting here at this table for 26 years, and you know, you form many relationships over how long you sit here. And Tom has been here for 13 years. He served on the Plan Commission for 1 year, and then he ran for alderman, and he served for 12 years as alderman. So Tom has a lot of good memories, and I'm sure some bad memories of this building also. I will tell you that Tom was like clockwork before every meeting. At 6:30, he'd walk into my office and he'd sit down and we would talk about everything but the city of Crest Hill. We would talk about golf. We both liked the golf. I will tell you that Tom is a much better golfer. And when I was having some problems with my swing, he says, meet me at Prairie Bluff. And he was there like 2 days in a row, gave me some free pointers, which I still use today. So I thank you for that. So getting back to forming the relationships, and that's what makes it difficult to say goodbye at this time. And our relationships that we form here, good or bad, go far and deep. But you know, Tom, you're going to be starting another journey in your life now, so I want to certainly wish you good health and good luck in all your future endeavors, whatever you choose to do. Whether that's more golf or whatever you want to do, fishing, I know you're into fishing, any of that, I certainly want to wish you good health and good luck for all your future endeavors. And I know that you have formed many relationships with people, both past and present, in this building. And as long as I'm the mayor, you are more than welcome to come back here and visit anytime you would like. The doors will always be open for you to come back here and visit in the city of Crest Hill.
Thank you.
It's been our tradition and our privilege and our honor on these nights, the swearing-in nights, that we present a resolution to the outgoing aldermen or women, and we also have a plaque for them for their years of service. We will continue with that tradition and that honor and that privilege tonight. We will do it in a very respectful way. I will tell you that it hasn't always been all fun and games with Tom and myself. We have had disagreements, but I will tell you, and I respect you for this so much, Tom, because you know, when you had a problem, you walked in my office, you shut the door, you told me your disappointments, you told me your frustrations with me, with the city, or whatever, but at the end of the day, when it was all done, you stood up, you shook my hand, and you looked me right in the eye, and you said, let's move on to the next issue. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, because I would rather have somebody look me in the eye, tell me good or bad, and we work through things. So, again, you know, to not always agree is not a bad thing, because sometimes you opens up your eyes to something different. So I would term that as good government, when you can disagree and you can respectfully disagree. And like I said, I knew exactly where I stood with Tom, which was good, and I appreciated that. Trying to get over a bad cold.
Do you want a coffee?
So, again, you know, Tom stood up, he shook my hand, he didn't hold a grudge. We moved on, and in my mind, that's better government. That's better government. To have a disagreement, to respectfully disagree, shake hands, and let's move on to the next issue and what's in the best interest of the city of Crest Hill. So I thank you for that, Tom. I thank you for your commitment. I thank you for your dedication. I thank you for your loyalty, for being here at almost every meeting over the last 12 years, for your service to the city of Crest Hill. It's been an honor and a privilege of mine to serve with you for the last 12 years. And as I said, I want to thank you for being my friend. I would say that you made me a better mayor. You also made me a better person. And for that, I want to thank you very much also. And I want to thank you for the countless meetings that we've all been through, the hours of sacrifice, the family obligations that all of us have missed, the numerous complaints that we've handled, but it's because you raised your hand and you had duties and responsibilities that you have kept that over the last 12 years of you have sat here. I know your wife Marcia's here this evening. I want to thank you, Marcia, for sharing your husband with us every Monday night, and then some. And there was a lot of then somes. Alderman Convery is here. I know you've worked a lot with Charlie in regards to the economic development. You got us started 10 years ago when it came to economic development. You guys went to all the events. You guys were a tag team. And I want to thank both of you for all your hard work with economic development that you put into the city of Crest Hill. So finally, I just want to say one more thing, Tom, that by your service that you've made to the city of Crest Hill for the last 13 years to our city, you've improved the quality of life for all our residents. And for that, I truly thank you. So with that, I am going to read the resolution that has been written for Mr. Inman. I would like to invite Tom to come down to the podium and join me for the reading of the resolution. It's always been our tradition also, they have city council read a short portion of all the resolutions, but I'm going to ask for council's concurrence that I read this one for Alderman Inman. So I would like to read before you and present to you resolution number 1029, a resolution honoring Thomas C. Inman for his service to the city of Crest Hill. Whereas Thomas C. Inman was elected to the position of Alderman, Ward 4, for the city of Crest Hill on May 21st, 2007, and has been an active and diligent member of the Crest Hill City Council for the last 12 years. And whereas Thomas C. Inman has served the city of Crest Hill as a member of the Crest Hill Plan Commission, co-chairman of the Events Committee, co-chairman of the 50th Anniversary Committee, and chairman of the Economic Development Committee. And whereas Thomas C. Inman has served on many boards and organizations, represented the city of Crest Hill at several functions, which included as a member of the Chicago Southland Chamber of Commerce and the ICSC Committee for Economic Development, a member of the Will County CED Committee, and as a member of the Will County Advisory Committee of Senior Citizens and Disabilities, and received several certifications by attending economic development, trainings, and seminars. And whereas Thomas C. Inman has earned the gratitude of the citizens of Crest Hill for his dedicated efforts in improving their quality of life and making the city of Crest Hill a better place to live. Now therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and city council of the city of Crest Hill as follows. Section 1, the mayor and city council offer their congratulations and profound expression of thanks to Thomas C. Inman for his years of dedicated service to the city of Crest Hill. Section 2, the mayor and city council extend their best wishes to Thomas C. Inman for a productive and joyous future and for his continued success in whatever endeavors he chooses. Section 3, the Crest Hill City Clerk is directed to forward a certified copy of this resolution to Thomas C. Inman to make the original of this resolution available to members of the general public during normal business hours at the Crest Hill City Clerk's office. Resolved this 6th day of May, 2019, Vicki L. Hackney, City Clerk. Approved this 6th day of May, 2019, Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Oberlin. Questions or comments of the motion? Roll call, please.
Marco Colo DePietro.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
And Tom Inman.
Yes.
It gives me great pleasure. The last resolution number for tonight is 1029.
We also have another plaque. It says, in recognition, presented to Thomas C. Inman, Alderman Ward 4, May 21, 2007 to May 6, 2019, for your outstanding service, hard work, and dedication to the city of Crest Hill.
Thank you. I was doing okay until this. Excuse me if I get a little emotional. The city is meant a lot to me. Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to first thank the wonderful residents of Crest Hill who were kind enough to select me to represent them for 13 years. God, is that a long time? It went fast, though, it really did.
Sometimes.
There were some slow days, weren't there? I hope they feel I did a good job for them. I would like to thank the aldermen and women who I worked with during those years. I'm proud of what we've accomplished, and I mean that. And I'm sure that we have many more good things to happen to this city, the city of Crest Hill. No question about it. Here I'd like to take a moment and thank my former partner, Charlie Convery. We spent a lot of time together here in the city and on the road. And if you think we always got along during those 10 years of on the road too, you are incorrect. At the end of the night, there was always a handshake, and I was very proud to have Charlie and to have him here tonight. Excuse me. Charlie always did his homework and he was always prepared. And I want to thank him for being my partner. To Mayor Solomon, the administrative staff, and the workforce, thanks for all you do. I believe we have a team that is as talented as any in Will County. I mean that. Finally, I want to thank my wonderful wife, Marcia. Boy, is this hard. She has supported me throughout my time here in the city, and I really appreciated that support. She's not only my spouse, she's my best friend. All my best days are spent with her. I love you. Thank you all.
We'll let them sit there a little while. All right, I will open it up for city council if you'd like to make any comments.
Well, Tom, we've only worked together for a couple of years in this capacity, but I've known you ever since you moved into Crest Hill, and you've been a great friend.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Tom. We've only been together serving a couple years, but you're always a voice of reason at the end of the table, and I appreciate that. And to your wife, thank you for sharing with us.
Tom, I want to thank you for all the work you did with me in the beginning on the committee here and the 50th anniversary, and I want to thank you for everything we went through, and we went through a lot, car rides to Springfield and others. You were,
we lived.
and we lived to tell. I mean, that's the best part. I came in right before you, so I've been here the whole time you've been here, and you've always been an honorable man.
Thank you, Tina.
I always appreciate that.
The reason I said we lived, some of those car rides were a little bit,
Sketchy.
yeah. Well, thanks, Tina. Very
And
much.
Marcia, thank you again for letting us have him so many Mondays.
Tom, you and I, we started that journey together. We
we
started
did.
with planning commission first. I had to fix your tie and your shirt every time. Sorry, Marcia, I have to do your
If I
work.
ever left one of those cleaning things, I could never
Yes.
take them out. I had them in my belt and I had them everywhere. She'd always
Every planning
check
commission.
me out.
And then we started running for alderman at the same time as well. So we shared a lot of good memories, even though we didn't agree all the time here as a council. But you always treated me with respect. I appreciate that. You told me in my face how you felt, and I'll really miss you.
I'll
I'm gonna
miss
miss
you
you a
too.
lot, and I'm not gonna say like you said before. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna say till later. See you soon.
There you go, thank you.
I just want to say it's certainly been a pleasure. I haven't been with you the whole time, but it's certainly been a pleasure, and we're definitely going to miss you up here.
Thank you, Bob.
Tom, enjoyed working with you all these years, and I mean, compliment you, you act like a professional sitting at that end. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Tom, want to thank you for your time, efforts, and everything you've done for this community, your time you've spent up here. It's been great working with you, and I'm sure we'll be crossing paths, you know, so good luck and enjoy your time off.
Thanks, Tom.
I know there's a lot of Tom's friends, wife here. If anybody would like to come to the podium, make any comments, feel free. No one? Bill?
Well, Mayor and City Council, it's your loss, but it's our gain. Tom's in charge of our fishing lakes, and he's been doing a great job, while I'm sure he's been spending more time as our alderman. And now he gets to spend full time. But you know, I represent the Caroline Lakes 55-plus community, and Tom has been an incredible conduit between our community and the city of Crest Hill. And in Caroline Lakes, that's what we look for in an alderman. And we're dearly going to miss him. We dearly miss Charlie, who was just as good a conduit. And I have to say, Nate, since he's come on, has been a good conduit, and we hope someday when Nate gets older, he can move into our 55-plus community.
I'm counting down the days.
But just as happy as we are with Tom, and he'll forever in our debt, we're so happy for the new alderman that you're going to swear in that we still have an on-site conduit. But between Nate and Joe, we just thank you for letting us have aldermen in our community like that. Good luck, Tom.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Anybody else? Charlie, feel free from there if you'd like to say something.
Tom said it all. Tom, thick and thin, many days, many evenings. Thank you. Appreciate it.
They were unforgettable, Charlie, and they were times when we both learned a heck of a lot. We were in some new ground when we got into the economic development thing. We were taking classes, we were going to meetings, we even had a meeting one time, I'll never forget, we had 4 of those. We had a meeting at Caterpillar. And I'm in the car and we're driving over there and I asked Charlie, I said, well, what the hell are we going to a meeting in Caterpillar for? He said, it's manufacturing, we're going to the meeting. And we, and we did, and we sat through it. And, you know, Charlie would find these things, it was amazing, but we were always on the road and it was good times. And he's a good man and he was great for the city. And I hope all of you that work with him get an opportunity to go on over and say hello to him. We miss him. And
The worst part was riding to Springfield with an unnamed driver.
yeah.
I only missed one exit.
How many stop signs? I don't know.
That one pothole, remember when we blew the hubcap off the Chief's car?
Well, thank you all. I appreciate your time and your patience with me tonight, and it was great working with all of you. Trust me. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Tom.
Mayor, if I may, Tom, it's been wonderful sitting next to you. It's always a joy that when I came here of an evening and you sat down, you go, how's it going, kid? You're the only one that calls me kid, so I'll take it all day long. But we, like I said, till we see each other again, and it's been an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, with that, it's time to swear in the newly elected officials. So I will turn it over to our city clerk, Vicki Hackney, for that part of the evening.
Good evening. The first elected official that we are going to be swearing in is John Crest for Ward 1. No, you don't get to do it from there, John. You get to be right next to me. I promise, I won't breathe my germs on you. Have you face that way? Face me. Chris, you want to stand here? No, you can all stand here. You can all stand here.
I'll stand this way.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to raise your right hand.
You should.
I state your name,
I, John Grishay,
having been elected
having been elected
to the position of
to
Alderman,
the position of Alderman,
Ward 1,
Ward 1,
in the city of Crest
in the
Hill,
city of Crest Hill,
in the county of Will,
county of Will,
and state of Illinois,
state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of
States
the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of
of
Illinois,
the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the position
the duties of the position
of Alderman,
of Alderman,
Ward 1, to the best of my ability.
Ward 1 to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You probably could have helped me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Can I do more than one? Smile. Smile. Okay, I have 4.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Go ahead.
That's my, I like to speak, well, I'd like to congratulate all the people that voted for me. And it kind of makes you feel kind of humble, but I've been doing this for a few years. And what else can I say? I try to help everybody out as best I can. And it's been nice working with all you people for all these years. Thank you.
The next official oath would be Claudia Pilar Gazal, Ward 2. I state your name,
I, Claudia Pilar Gazal,
having been elected
having been elected
to the position of Alderwoman,
to the position of Alderwoman,
Ward 2,
Ward 2,
in the city of Crest
in
Hill,
the city of Crest Hill,
in the county of Will,
in the county of Will,
and the state of
in
Illinois,
the state of Illinois.
do solemnly
Do
swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of the
States
United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the position
the duties of the position
of Alderwoman,
of Alderwoman,
Ward 2, to the best of my ability.
Ward 2, to the best of my ability.
That's right.
One first.
I'll make this really short, not like the mayor. Promise. Good evening. I was trying to make my message as brief as possible, but I could not avoid the feelings I hold in my heart. As I enter my 4th term as an alderwoman, I am humbled by the fair support given to me by the warriors in Ward 2, also the love and support of my friends and family. Thank you. I did not make any campaign promises. I relied upon my history and honesty. My position has always been to prepare for any issue by doing my homework and understanding it completely. My voting record stands as unbiased and as fact-based as possible, even to the point that it has made me based as possible, even to the point unpopular in some cases. My focus has never faded. It has and shall be to work as hard as I can to ensure that my vote represent the best decision for the people of my ward and the city. In closing, rather than I promise, I pledge to continue to do my homework, to remain unbiased, to continue to vote on the merit of any issue, to remain accountable for my conduct, and to serve my ward with the honor and dignity it deserves. I look forward to the next 4 years and a brighter future for the city of Crest Hill. And I just want to take a moment and thank these beautiful people here. My middle boy, he has a test tomorrow, so he wasn't able to make it. So my son Eli, he hates meetings, but he's here. I thank him so much. How handsome he is. And my biggest supporter, she is like my everything, my little rock. She's my biggest cheerleader. And Virginia Soto and Herminio, they're like, the Lord sent them to me. They're like my family. I love you both. And my friend Christina, they're all neighbors and they all voted. And I love you all. Thank you and God bless.
The next official oath is Ward 3, Tina Oberlin.
You got dressed up.
It's all about me. I state your name.
I, Tina Oberlin,
Having been elected
to
to the position of Alderwoman,
the position of Alderwoman,
Ward 3 in the city of Crest Hill,
Ward 3 in the city of Crest Hill,
in the county of Will,
in the county of Will,
and state of Illinois,
state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the position of
the duties of the position of
Alderwoman, Ward 3, to the best of my ability.
Alderwoman, Ward 3, to the best of my ability. Well, I do want to thank all the residents. I was unopposed again, but all the people that took the time to vote, even though it really wasn't necessary. If I would have voted, it would have done it. So I still want to thank them all because it meant a lot to me, and the phone calls that I receive and the feedback that I receive from all the people who are very supportive and thankful, because quite frankly, sometimes you do wonder why you sign up for this every year. But I did it because I love my city. This is my hometown, and I've always wanted it to be the best it could be, and that's always been my drive. And I love to help people. My mother taught me as a little girl that there's always somebody who's worse off than you are, and you owe it to them to help them. And I really have spent my life trying to accomplish that in all aspects of my life, and this has really been a huge, huge accomplishment, helping the city that I was raised in to be the best it can be, and I do look forward to 4 more years, but I do want to thank my son Quinn, who really is my greatest accomplishment in my whole life, because I couldn't ask for a better son or a better supporter, and him and I have been together by ourselves for many years, and he's just been the glue that has held me together, and I really want to thank him as well. Thank you, dude. Love you. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Mayor.
And the final official oath of office tonight is Joe Kubal, Ward 4. Yes, you do.
Come on, Marlene.
Come on, Marlene.
Marlene.
What did you let me get instructions earlier?
It's confusing.
Put your right hand in.
I state your name.
I, Joe Kubal,
Having been elected to the position of Alderman Ward 4
having been elected to the position of Alderman Ward 4
in the city of Crest Hill,
in the city of Crest Hill,
in the county of Will,
in the county of Will,
and the state of Illinois,
and the state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the position of Alderman,
the duties of the position of Alderman,
Ward 4 to the best of my ability.
Ward 4 to the best of my ability. I would just like to take a moment to really thank my neighbors in Ward 4 for the vote of confidence they bestowed upon me here back on April 2nd. And I hope I just live up to their expectations, which is what my plan is right now. And really, my ultimate goal is to be half as good as that guy sitting over there in the corner. Because you know, everything I've heard, and I've been working with Tom here a little bit over the last couple of months, and he's shared a lot of information with me, and it's helped me along quite a bit. And everything I heard today just reinforces what I knew already. And so it's great. And it's great to have Charlie with us every night, too. Thanks for coming out and too, Charlie. So thank you, everybody. I look forward to the upcoming term. Thank you. And I want to thank my wife, Kathy Kubal, and my mother, Marlene Kubal, for being here tonight, too. So thank you.
Joe, you need to come this way.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute. So to all the reappointed officials, thank you very much. This has been a wonderful election, smooth election. To our new appointed aldermen, thank you. We look forward to working with you, the clerk's office. And if anyone has any questions, we will move on. I have short speeches, so.
Thank you, City Clerk.
Okay. Anybody else under new business? Moving on to committee liaison reports. Anybody?
Yes. I have 2 things. I want to announce that the annual Ladis Memorial Ceremony is scheduled for Sunday, June 9th at 11 a.m. at Ladise Memorial Park in Crest Hill. This is always a very solemn occasion, but also a joyous in the fact that what happened all those years ago is still being kept alive in the city of Crest Hill. So it's really quite an honor that we have this. And then the city picnic is scheduled for Sunday, August 4th, starting at 12 noon. We have several groups already lined up: Ara, Shannon Murray, In the Pocket, Ray Concar, Charlie the Balloon Clown, who's the late, Sparkles, the face painter.
There'll be bingo.
Oh, there'll be bingo.
Kids game.
Kids games, and the crafting area. Thank you for all this help.
Beer.
Oh, well, there you go. Many of the things, but this will be the 10th annual one. So Nate and I are trying to plan a few really special things we're working on, hopefully. I can't believe it's been 10 years, but it's been 10 years. So I hope everyone puts that date in their calendar, Sunday, August 4th, starting at noon at St. Joe's Park. Nate, anything to add to that?
I think you covered it all. More to come as we get closer.
Yes, that's right.
Anybody else, committee liaison reports? I will go then as chairman of the Veterans and Police Memorial Committee. Our ceremony this year is going to be on Monday, May 27th at 2 p.m. right outside in the Veterans and Police Memorial Garden. The ceremony will last about an hour. We will have as a guest speaker will be Mr. Anthony Catella, who is a U.S. Army veteran and is also part of the Honor Guard at Abraham Lincoln Cemetery as our guest speaker. We will have the Frankfurt Brass Band there for a 20-minute prelude before 2 p.m. and then also part of the program, which will last about 1 hour. We also have the students from Lockport Township High School, the ROTC program, under the direction of Sergeant Andy Kinney, will lead us with the Honor Guard, and also they will be doing a flag folding presentation during the ceremony. Bring your lawn chairs, umbrellas, whatever you'd like to bring. We will be celebrating our 31st anniversary of our Veterans and Police Memorial Garden. So please join us for a very solemn ceremony on Monday, May 27th at 2 o'clock. Now, this Wednesday, May 8th, was supposed to be a work date out in the Memorial Garden to start cleaning it up a little bit for our ceremony. But with all of the forecasts that are saying that it's going to be a terrible day on Wednesday with rain, we've decided to cancel that day. We've moved it to a workday in the Memorial Garden for Thursday, May 16th at 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning. It is strictly a volunteer group. Whoever would like to help, move some mulch, pull some weeds, move some things around in the garden. It'll take us about 2 hours. We accept all takers that want to come and help, and it's strictly on a volunteer basis. That is it for that. Anybody else for committee or liaisons?
I forgot one thing, Mayor. I did talk to John from the Czech Republic over the weekend, and he said there will be a representative coming here from Ladise, Czechoslovakia this year for the ceremony. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I hope to have his name and more information perhaps at the next meeting, which will be the last meeting, I think. But nonetheless, we do have a representative coming from the Czech Republic for it this year. So that'll be very, very nice.
Okay, city council comments. These are positive city council comments. Anything you'd like to share with your constituents? Out of respect, we'll begin with our new Alderman Kubal this evening. You've sat out there enough to see how this operates, Joe, so you are under the gun.
I've already done my talking here tonight, but I'll just say once again, and I'm quite happy and proud to be here, and I hope to live up to everybody's expectations. Look forward to it.
Well, welcome aboard. Look forward to working with you. Alderman Albert.
Yeah, Joe, I really do look forward to talking to you. We've already had quite a few conversations since election night, so it's very exciting. Tom, is just an ultimate pleasure to work with you. I'm going to miss you.
Ward 3, Alderman Cola DiPietro.
Again, Tom, it's a pleasure serving with you these past couple of years. Congratulations to John, Claudia, Tina for being reelected another term, and welcome, Joe. And I'd also like to recognize Janet Contos, who from St. Anne's Church, who won Woman of the Year from the Council of Catholic Women.
Alderwoman Oberlin.
Well, Tom, I will say one more time how much I enjoyed all of our adventures over the last 12 years or so. And I know you'll have quite a few more, but stop by and see us now. Drag them to the picnic, Marcia. That's the least you can do. Drag them to the picnic. And I want to congratulate all the newly re-elected and newly elected officials again. And Charlie and May, as always, love you guys. So good to see you. Thanks for coming. And thanks to my son for showing up this year.
Ward 2, Alderwoman Gazal.
Tom, you'll be missed. Thank you for your service and the dedication. Charlie and May, so happy to see you tonight. We'll do lunch again. Thank you for everything. Congratulations to all of the newly elected. Joe, welcome aboard. I look forward to working with you. Congratulations to me.
There you go. Alderwoman Sklan.
Okay. I want to say congratulations to you too. And I'm happy that you're going to be here with me for another 2 years at least. And also, best wishes to you, Tom, of course. And welcome, Joe, and congrats to all the re-elected officials.
Ward 1, Alderman Verche.
Tom, congratulations. It's been nice working with you, and many more years of happiness. And congratulations to all the re-elected and elected officials.
Alderman Dyke.
Thanks again, Tom, for your years of service, and I'll keep the record skipping with congratulations to all those re-elected and also to our newly elected official, Joe. Thanks.
Oh, Tom, I know somebody may want to have you watch a dog for her 8 hours a day. I'd give you a job to do then. She didn't hear that.
Tom, you can join McDonald's.
Try to get you.
Okay, public comment. Anybody would like to address city council, need to step to the podium, state your name for the record. Address is optional. Let the record show no one has approached the podium. To our city administrator, Heather, is there a need for an executive session?
No, there's not, Mayor.
Motion to adjourn, Mayor.
I thought you were going to let Alderman Kubal make it.
He's going to make the second.
That's right. Is that a second, Joe?
It is.
We have a motion for an adjournment by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Joe Kubal. Questions or comments? Roll call.
Scott Dyke?
Yes.
John Verche?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Marco Polo DiPietro?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Joe Kubal?
Yes.
Motion carries.
There is cake and cookies and punch and coffee in the hallway. Please help yourselves. Meeting is adjourned at 8:47 p.m. Thank you and good evening.